Good evening, class of English 115. I'm Lisha, this is Toto. And do you want to know the best thing I got out of my last relationship? No, I didn't get a car, and no, I did not get my rent paid. But what I did get was this bad boy right here, the ukulele, and to be honest, one of the best hobbies I have. Pretty good for stress relief. To be honest, the only reason I learned it was to impress said individual, but I got a lot more out of it than I initially bargained for. So we're gonna get into tuning the instrument, chord progression, and then some little stretches and things that are gonna help you guys out in order to make it as easy and seamless as possible for your learning experience. So starting off by tuning, I already pre-tuned it. I'm just gonna let you guys know how that works, only because I didn't want to make the video super long, and also I do not know how to do cuts and I don't intend to learn. So the little strings on this are G, C, E, A. A lot of seasoned players are gonna be able to tune it by ear. Hopefully you guys can get to that point. But for now, you're either gonna use a little tuning device, which you could get from your local music store, Sam Ash, what have you. Although I do think Sam Ash is going out of business. In that case, RIP, you were my childhood. Or you could just go online and search up guitar tuner online, ukulele tuner online. As long as you pick GCEA, that note set, that string set, then you're gonna be good to go. And if you have the microphone turned on, then whatever you play is gonna let you know if it's too high or too low, and then you can adjust the tuning of each string by these little nodes right here. I forget what they're called. Don't want to feed you guys misinformation, so we're just gonna call them nodes. So getting into actually playing the ukulele. Boom! These are chords. These are some of the most basic chords you're gonna need in order to break down any song that you guys play, whether it be Steven Universe, High School Musical, Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know what you guys get into, but you could do pretty much all of it with this. There are some that is missing from here. Once you get into playing a little more, there's gonna be more up here, but that's more complicated. And also these are pretty much every sound you need for basic songs. So the key to learning how to play ukulele is learning how to switch between each of these chords. And for that pretty basic exercise, you're just gonna pick any 4 or 5 of these chords right here and then switch between them. Switch between the placements of those. You can play while you're doing it, or you can just like that. I like to play just so I know that I'm doing it right. So let's do F, G7, C7, and C. Placement for F, G7, C7, C. So we're gonna do, strumming. You can either strum like this, like you have a pretend pick. When I do that, I kind of get lost in the sauce, and then my knuckles just start hitting the board, or I miss entirely. So I like to just literally just hit my hand on it, up and down, up and down. That's not the best way to do it, but it's my way to do it. But if you want to do it the right way, just fake a little pick right there. So F, we're gonna strum, C7, C7, flat, F again, G7, C. Like so. Like I said, you could pick any one of these and go through that, but that's pretty much the basic, and just switching between them is gonna kind of condition your fingers to be able to switch between any one of them. It's about the fastness in the way you switch that makes a song sound kind of, cohesive. But in order to make that a little easier for you, you're gonna want to stretch your fingers. This is mainly for like guitar, but I kind of have small hands, so I needed to do it for ukulele. So for all my small-handed people, before you start playing, just get into little finger stretches, like hold 10 seconds before you start playing, hold 10 seconds. You could even use the board, put your fingers between and just hold it a little bit there. I like to do this before I start playing, just because it gives you a wider reach when you play, and that's kind of gonna help you out a little bit, especially if you want to play bigger instruments like bass or guitar. It's just a nice thing to be able to fully stretch your hand to have comfort playing. That's pretty much the basics to every song. It's not gonna be that easy. It's not really a linear learning experience, only because once you start playing the instrument, it's gonna hurt, especially when you do chords like BM, where you have to hold on to the entire fret. See, your finger's gonna get red. It's gonna get like little lines on it. One thing that I started forming was calluses. I don't know if you could see it that well, but it's gonna happen and it's gonna hurt. Your fingers are gonna be sore, but as long as you keep practicing and, you know, give yourself the rest you deserve, it's gonna be easy for you, babe. Back to Toto and starting my outro. I want to thank you guys for watching the full video. If you guys need like any extra help, feel free to reach out. Like, I'm totally down to practice with any of you guys. To be honest, I only teach you guys the basic in this video because the basics are all I know. Like I said, it's not gonna be an easy experience, but as long as you practice, you're gonna be solid. And also, on my last video, I didn't respond to any of like the little responses. I tried to, but it didn't let me. Like, it literally did not let me. So if any of you guys are watching who commented on my last video, I'm sorry. I responded to you guys in my head, but you know, it didn't happen. And you know, this is the blueprint for every song. If you wanted to like get into specific songs, you could always just look them up online. They always have all of the chord progressions for any song that you want to learn. That's how I learned most of like the Steven Universe songs I know, and also a few like other Disney songs and stuff. It's all gonna be there, but on your own, like I said, pick most of those, switch through them, and you're gonna be solid. You're gonna get good just off of the strength of that. So thank you guys for watching. This was a little ukulele breakdown, and I am signing out until my next video. Bye, y'all.